What's up, guys? Welcome
Hello and
to
welcome
Was good.
to episode
B-Town
three
Brownies.
of B-Town Brownies. Today's Indian Day. Okay, or South Asian Day. Let's say South Asian Day because we got to be
Yeah,
inclusive, right?
Okay.
So, yeah. So our first topic for the day, I think, is something that we call Indian shame or South Asian shame.
Why are you saying South Asian?
Huh?
Why are you saying South Asian?
To be inclusive, okay?
yeah, very
Yeah,
inclusive,
come
buddy.
on. We're all about the inclusivity here.
Yeah, India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Nepal, Sri Lanka, how many ever other South Asian countries there are. I think I covered them all. But anyway, let's talk about this. So what do you guys think of the concept of? I'm just gonna say Indian shame because it's shorter. What do you guys think of that concept?
I mean,
I think the first time I experienced Indian shame was probably kindergarten. I brought I brought what I think I brought bindi to school.
Oh god.
Somebody was like, "Oh my God, that
shit
smells so bad." And
So
I literally okay, so how it worked was basically I had one class in kindergarten, you have one classroom, and then you go out for recess, you have another class, and then you have lunch, and then you go home, right?
Mhm.
So this was after lunch. I instantly didn't eat it, and I lived down the street from my kindergarten, so I ran to my mom halfway. I left school at lunch. I cried. I was like, "Mom, bindi is bad. I hate being brown," as a kindergartner. And I don't know, I think people try to I don't think people try to be racist, but
yeah,
it just ends up hitting.
I think it's I don't think it's inbuilt. I think okay, in my opinion, I think racism is taught. Not you. No one's born being racist, right? But it's just that you have to learn to be tolerant of other races and other cultures. And I think I had a very similar experience happen to me actually because I was in, but this was in
Mhm.
elementary school. I was in second grade. I think I brought Rajma chawal.
Oh,
Oh my
I brought.
God.
I was eating it. I was like, yo, this smacks. And then some white kids started making fun of me, and I was like, yo, what the hell's your problem, man? I don't know. I didn't have that self hate kind of thing, and because I'm proud of my culture. I'm proud of being Indian,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
it's kind of the first time that I questioned my culture, and I'm like,
Yeah,
is this cool? Is it
definitely.
cool to be Indian?
Hmm.
But yeah,
I mean, for me, I definitely had the same thing. I don't even think it's any form of racism. I mean, you don't really see some spices. You got what? You got garam masala, you got
chaat
Kashmiri,
masala. You got
Kashmiri
haldi.
chili, the
Yeah.
turmeric. These are very, very strong smelling things. Mustard,
Oh,
coriander.
mustard oil is mustard
That's
oil.
the
Okay.
nastiest smelling thing ever. At 18 years old, I can still tell you that.
Oh, no. Bengalis love mustard oil way too much.
Yeah.
But honestly, all of this food smells so hard. I honestly was always scared to bring any Indian food to school because it's also not normalized. If you bring I don't know smelly cheese, you're gonna get laughed at, but you're not gonna get teased about it.
Facts.
You bring Indian food, you're gonna get laughed at sometimes, and it's
Oh my God.
it really
Speak.
makes me think, is that Indian food?
Hey, no, but those are the same people that grow up and oh, I'm gonna go eat Indian food tonight. It's Indian food night.
Wait,
Bro,
did you have
Um,
did you have the chai tea or did you have the
uh,
naan? Oh
that
bread?
oh,
Okay,
gets
sorry,
me off
disclaimer.
so bad.
Disclaimer. If you say chai tea or naan bread, I will slap you. That's a promise. I'll come to your house and smack you.
That should be a felony. It should be a felony.
This is
no, Mahar, going back to what you said about cheese, I don't think any student, any kid could eat cheese during the Diary of a Wimpy Kid era. Cause
oh
oh my God,
Cheese touch.
if you ate
Cheese
anything
touch.
with cheese, if you even touched the cheese on the pizza on Fridays in elementary school,
Cheese
yeah.
touch.
Oh, I
Oh,
have my fingers
Oh
crossed. I have
my
my fingers
god. Oh
crossed.
my god.
Ah,
just
no.
Uh,
got him.
Bro,
No.
Alright.
bringing in paneer
for a lunch to school.
Ooh.
Okay, but paneer's fire though. I
I
think
know.
even white people would like that. Like I
Oh my
don't
god,
even.
yeah.
I know, but it doesn't look like cheese though, does it?
It doesn't. But
Exactly.
No, it only looks like
Cottage
cheese.
cheese. No.
It only looks like cheese once you like open it up. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo,
No, I
I
hear
could
you.
go some. You guys are making my mouth water, bro. I could go some for paneer and makhni
I
right
could
now.
go for some paneer right now. Not gonna lie.
Facts.
No problem, but what you were saying about like like hating like your culture or whatever, I think like I I had like phases where I grew out of that and then grew back into it. Like, I was like, oh yeah, no, I don't want to be Indian, like,
Mhm.
but then other times when I like really embraced it, like right now in this time, like I will embrace my culture to like levels that I would have never thought I would, like say in like middle school or like early elementary school. But that's just like it's all because of like experiences, like I moved around a lot as a kid, and so I moved to the south for like 3 years, and they're very very like not accepting of like
Okay.
For sure.
real culture over there,
Side note, I think I just embraced Indian food on another level. I have a bandage on my finger and I was eating butter chicken just now. I think I got that in my eye.
Oh,
Oh wow.
Wait,
Ouch.
putting water in his eye.
bro.
Okay. I mean, I think that's a big part of it, and I think with accepting, there was a recent show on Netflix, Never Have I Ever.
Oh yeah.
I think a lot of people have seen that, and
It was pretty good.
although I do although I do appreciate that there is representation, I think it could have been a lot better representation of the South Asian community.
You look like
Yeah.
a bunch of like 5th century like not Neapolitans, Neanderthals.
Neapolitans? What?
I meant to say Neanderthals.
No. No. I think I think it made brown people look like very
Problematic.
very problematic.
Yeah.
It made the community look problematic.
Mhm.
And I think the main character did struggle with that initially in the show. Even the opening scene was just so cringy to me.
Very.
When she's praying to the gods to like give her like a sexy dude and like to like get her to have sex. Like that's just so cringy
That's
to me.
kind of yeah.
That's, oh my
Messed
God.
up. Like
Yeah. I mean, as much as like shows and like how much people can be taught, it really comes down to just experience. Like without experience, you can't really learn about like the practical stuff to all this. Like on paper, it's completely different from what happens in real life, I would say.
Mhm.
I completely agree.
I think one thing you need to look at though is like how people view India and like the representation people get. Like what's the name of the guy? I forget what show it was. There was like one Indian guy that always reminds me. And no, it's not Boji. It's a
Is
live
it on
action.
Netflix?
No. It's an old show. Big Bang Theory. Whatever the name. Indian.
What?
Raj on Big Bang Theory.
What's isn't his name like Kunal or something?
Kunal's
No.
the actor's name.
That's
Kunal's the actor's
yeah.
name. Yeah,
That's
Raj
it.
is the name on the show.
Raj just makes Indians look so goddamn stupid. Like
So stupid.
Okay, but like in the last seasons, they like I think they started like giving him a more important role. Like he doesn't need like alcohol to like talk to girls anymore, and like
he
you
doesn't.
know,
That too,
he has his own like.
I think there's an even older like Apu from The Simpsons. The
Oh my
first
god.
that's where the impression of we own 7-Elevens or we only own pharmacies and stuff like that. I think that's where the impression of Indian people really penetrated the American market, which I think was like a terrible first impression.
You see TV shows nowadays, they're moving a little more towards this inclusivity. Like you see shows like pretty mainstream shows like Grey's Anatomy. Like you see a ton of these shows. Like one of the leads for that show, Sex Education on Netflix. Like he's the Indian. Like you're getting.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. So like I think the more representation you get, the less Indian shame there'll be. But let's face it, it's way more mainstream to be white than it is to be Indian.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think like the two main like Indian representations in Hollywood that I can think of is Quantico with Priyanka Chopra, and then The Life of Pi for the movie.
Oh,
But in in both, it's like Indians are still misrepresented. Like I don't think any Indian. I can't say that anymore because there's a lot of second generation.
Yeah. I think like we have a lot of like brown leaders in our community, like Hassan Minhaj, for example.
Yeah.
Like, Minhaj is the best thing to happen to Indian culture.
The best thing to happen to the brown community in America.
Yeah.
Since 7-Eleven. I'm just kidding.
Since
Bro.
No, but real talk, 7-Eleven's really been taken over by Indian people. I don't know 7-Eleven not owned by someone I call uncle.
No, but honestly, like when you see like an Indian person at a gas station or working
Uncle.
It's always you always got to get that respect,
Yeah.
Like it's there. It's just inbuilt in you.
Shout out Shahryar.
Oh my gosh.
Shout out Raj Uncle from the corner store. He'd be hooking me up with the free Doritos sometimes. So
Hey, you might get him fired for that one. No free Doritos were handed out at this time.
No, but I mean, I think another like big thing in the Indian community is like freedom of expression, or we're going to name drop the podcast, Hatin Aunties, because I think aunties are a big part of they're a big part of the community. They're a very influential part of the community, and I feel like
They're the worst part of the Indian community.
They're the worst part of the community. Yes, absolutely.
There is no one more judgmental than an auntie.
No one, dude. Like it doesn't. Okay, it could be an auntie that has no kids. They're going to come up to every single mom and it's like, when is your son getting married? My son's 11, man. I don't know what the hell you think you're doing, but
What is, you're not even wrong though. Like that's exactly how they are.
Yeah.
Like no personal boundaries, nothing like that. Hypocritical expectations, like.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I think my family works a little different than like the traditional Indian family, but usually like when we go to like an Indian party or something, my mom in the car will literally tell me like, when it comes to this auntie, don't talk to them or talk to them a little. This auntie, you can talk to them a lot. Like, oh, and this auntie, don't tell them about this, but you can tell them about this type of thing. Like she'll like coach me beforehand. Yeah. And then as soon as I get there, we'll be like, I'll like stand with my mom because I don't have any siblings. So I'm usually just with my parents at these parties, or I'll bring like a friend, because brown people, we know everybody. So like, so I'll be there, and then like auntie number one, who I've been trained to not tell anything to, she'll be like, so how are you? Like, where are you going to college? I'm like, oh, I'm still deciding. I have a few options.
Exactly.
It's like, any scholarships? Like, yeah, some scholarships, like not telling them that these schools are like, bro, safety school scholarships, like,
clearly, bro. No,
like, oh yeah, I got like $50K from one school or anything, like full ride from this one, like University of Hawaii. Nothing against University of Hawaii, love the school, thank you, but I also appreciate my full ride.
Appreciate my full ride. I think, dude, one day I just want to snap at a round party. An auntie goes, oh, so what are you doing these days? I'm gonna be like, drugs. I don't care anymore.
Bro,
I don't care what's happening at this party. Give me some alcohol.
Shot.
The judgmentalism of like these adults. Like the other day, I said a word in front of Sagar's mom, and Param's. Well, our first.
Hey, my mom is not an auntie. She's the chillest brown mom.
Yeah, no,
that's
she's
fine.
No,
that's facts.
So Param, for everyone's first reaction was because I said something really, really bad.
Bro, I didn't understand it.
Oh my god.
Huh?
So
you said mother chode in front of my mom. What do you think was gonna happen?
Param's second next reaction, other than like the face, was like literally like, if you say that in front of my mom, she will never let me talk to you. Like, and that's the thing. Like, that's how much influence like aunties have.
Yeah,
oh my god.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, granted, what I said was pretty bad.
I think though the next generation of children though, like with us being their parents, bro, I think we're gonna be really good parents with what we've faced, and like we know what to bring on, what to carry on, what not to carry on.
Maybe not you, Pradeep, but no, I'm just kidding.
Okay, buddy. Okay.
No, I think I tweeted about this like a while ago. Shout out my Twitter, SAWGUUR. Follow me. All right. Anyways, so I think I tweeted something like this. I was like, I want to be the same type of brown parent that my parents was, so that my son has the excuse. No, sorry, Jonathan, I can't come. I have brown parents.
Sorry, Jonathan.
Dude, low key, the amount of times I've used that like excuse, and the funny thing is, it works every time. Like I can literally say like, "Sorry, brown parents," and
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
they'll get it. They'll get it.
They'll
Yeah.
understand. Yeah.
like Indian parents have a history of being so restrictive.
But honestly, I'm glad they were, because if my parents weren't like, okay, I'm not gonna say my parents were like the strictest parents in the world, but I'm glad we had like rules and regulations in our house, because if we didn't, I would be like
What
the
did you?
worst
Rampant.
kid on the planet.
Yeah.
Bro, I'd be doing everything.
No, but you know, I see that there's like a level of like being over strict, and then the kid
Yeah, for
acts
sure.
out. I've noticed that the parents with the kids with the most strict parents are the ones that are like, oh, let me hit your nick, let me smoke some
Some of
weed.
the ones that go them
But
crazy.
like,
Shout out brown girls at Rutgers.
Oh, shit. No, like these are the girls that are like, oh my god, I'm trying to link right now. Like they will like hit you up for like random stuff, and like I don't want to sound like a misogynist, but like I can't respect it if you're like, I'm trying to like sell my pussy right now, type of thing.
Bro, my God.
the people that suck dick for weed, I can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Logger, first of all, because now I have to go edit that because we can put that.
You just have
No,
to edit what you did
does-
right now.
Yeah, no, that doesn't need to be edited.
I can't put this on Spotify.
Yes, you can.
Oh my.
You gotta edit this now. No,
Yeah.
this
Well,
was
anyway.
extra.
Anyway. segueing into the next kind of connecting topic. You know how parents always compare their kids. You know how it is, bro. Your cousin got into.
You look at him, okay? You see him? He has full right to Cornell. Look at you. What are you doing?
What are you doing? You're only going to IU Kelly. Only top 10 business school.
Wow.
That's it. Shout out
Only
Kelly.
top 10.
Indian parents
Say
compare.
that. I was gonna chill for a second.
Indian parents compare so hard.
Yeah, facts. No, like, oh,
No.
your cousin got into Harvard?
Like, if they don't compare you to another Indian, are they really Indian parents?
You know,
They're
I
not.
think there was, I don't know when it happened, but it happened where my parents, like, they just stopped comparing me, you know? And it wasn't because I, like, let them down to the point where they stopped. It was more like, they, like, my mom and dad, like, they just, like, they, like, sat down with me and they were like, you know, like, this is really unhealthy, like, comparing you to someone else. Because, like, we've seen what you've done, and it's good. It's, like, it's, and they were honest. They're like, it wasn't the best. You don't have the best grades. You had a good SAT score. You had good this. You were good at this. You did great in acting. You had these accolades, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, and so we don't really need to compare. You're doing good. We're like, and I don't know where that switch came in. I don't know if that's normal in like in Indian families, but it happened in mine.
Yeah, no,
And-
it definitely, like, it happened in mine too. Like, my dad, like, no matter how much my dad, like, you know, makes fun of me and, like, makes jokes about me, and, like, oh, you know, oh, you got to see, you know, he makes fun of me sometimes. But but he, at the same time, he praises me, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that
Mhm.
happens now.
Honestly, I think I was brought up a little differently because like my dad, he would like not praise you. My mom would be downright harsh. Like she's like, you got to be in this. Like my
Yeah.
mom, like, you got an A. My mom was literally the mom we make fun of. Like 94 in this class. Like that was my mom.
Yeah, like,
Well, you're a Bridgewater kid. That's how they're built.
Okay, why are you saying where I live?
bro, okay.
Well, I'm not giving your address, but I can if you want me to.
He's gonna get doxxed on the show.
I'm doxing again. So what I was saying before is like eventually it got to a point where she was comparing me so much, like I honestly felt terrible on myself. And eventually it was like, if you wanted that kid, like I suggest you leave and go like be that parent's kid.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
Oh my
Like
god.
I don't lose my temper easily, but like the amount, like, can you imagine like how
So
irritated?
many times. So many
Jeez.
times.
Like, okay, I would say even though my dad criticizes me when I like make some sort of mistake, he's always the first one to praise me. So like I respect that. Like if
100%.
you praise me, you deserve the right to criticize me. Like
Yeah,
That's
but you have to praise me first.
Yeah. No, yeah, I think I mean that but that's just what the stereotype is, you know, like nothing's ever enough for grandparents. And like I
yeah.
get that, but I've come to accept it because I'm like they just want you to be better, you know? They
They
want you
want
to
to
be
be better.
push above and beyond.
Bro, just imagine Sundar Pichai's parents.
He's only CEO of Google. Look at Satya Nadella. Look at what he's doing.
Bro.
Wait, can I switch the gears and talk about like something that I talked to my friend about today? Shout out Aryan. Anyways, no, but
His name's Aryaman.
no, not
No,
him.
not him.
I have other friends. Shout out Aryan too. That's my boy. That's my boy from the from the from the A from the A.
Aryaman.
Love that. Love that. Anyways, no. So we were talking about how like certain Indians have still not like really accepted them being Indian, and in the process they've like almost changed their nationality, like the way that they act, you know? Like we say it all the time, like whitewashed brown kids or like the ones that try to act, like a race that they are. Not like you can't really act a race. That's not what I'm trying to say. Like more like, just surrounded by certain people and their mannerisms and adopted them. You know what I mean? Or like someone's language when they're not supposed to really say those type of things.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And I guess like what I'm trying to get at is like I don't know what's stopping them from like just trying to embrace like their own home culture, or like because I know so many that are so disassociated with it that they don't even like consider themselves like Indian anymore.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, I like they'll go out and be like, I hate my parents, they're so annoying, like and like I'm just like I see like, like, oh, they probably like grew up around people that are like, oh, you're eating curry, like do you know how like lame that is? Like it smells bad, like you're gonna smell bad type of thing. And they're like, nah, bro, I'm just like you, like let's go get something else to eat or something. Or like
But if you live in like Edison though, like I could see where you're coming from, but like in Edison, bro, that's like all normalized, I would say.
Yeah, it's normal. The white people they're teaching their Gore friends to speak Punjabi and stuff, bro.
Yeah.
It's a really I mean you see it a lot in Jersey, but I think we like once we get out of the bubble of New Jersey, because we're the third most Indian state, I think, we're the second most Indian state behind like Cali.
Okay.
So, like I think once you get out of that bubble, you see it a lot less common, and like especially from Indians in other parts of the country, you see that they're more quote unquote whitewashed.
White.
And I think my kind of like it happened to me, but at a smaller scale. Like I can give you one anecdote. Like every morning on the bus, like I listen to my Brown Fields playlist, and then once I get to school, I change it to rap music because it happens every single morning.
Like here's what you do. So you have your Spotify, right?
Yeah.
So when you're at home, you're playing. Where the hell did that playlist even go?
Vibes at school, and then Indian bops at home.
No, so like you're going like at home.
I was thinking of that. Why was I thinking of that exact same song?
Because it's the most specific. And then all of a sudden you're just like, and this is what you end up listening.
All right, turn that down. We're getting copyright.
Oh,
right.
I forgot.
You cannot play Drake.
Actually,
copyrights everything.
Okay, here's an interesting story. I actually got a YouTube video demonetized because I used Terebina, and
Oh my god. Well,
when I was a kid, I made a photo slideshow and I uploaded to YouTube. It actually got like copyright striked by ARM.
you didn't put credit? You didn't give them credit?
I did, but they still
Oh god. Oh well.
copyright strike, and I'm like, bro, you have so much money. Why?
Oh god. Well. All right. So moving on to the next topic. What do you guys think of arranged marriages? Because I know we conducted a poll on our Instagram, and I think
Shout out to Ironman.
Yo, shout out Aryaman. Shout out everyone that voted on the poll. I think the majority of people said, "Hell no, I'm not getting an arranged marriage."
Yeah. I think it's an overhated term.
Uh-huh.
That's what I think arranged marriage is.
Absolutely. Dude, if I don't find anyone by the time I'm like 28, 29, yo, like, Aunties,
Arranged marriage the way.
you can hit me up.
What's up? What's happening?
My study.com account, you better come in clutch.
Hey, yo, shout out Shadi.com, shout out Bharat Matrimony, shout out Dilmil.
Yes, sir.
Oh, dude, I just deleted Dilmil today. Like literally,
Why?
man, I'm off of it. I keep getting the same girls in my pool.
Bro, I'm gonna check in on my study.com account.
Hey.
Is that legal? I don't think that's legal, Pradeep.
I don't have one anymore.
To all the brown baddies out there, I may not have dill mill, but I don't mind having your dill.
Ooh.
Okay.
But I mean, I think people when people think of arranged marriages, they think of more like our grandparents' generation, where you don't see the bride and groom until the wedding. Like, but I think so. Basically, to break down the generational differences between arranged marriage and our grandparents' age, it was just like that. Like, you see the bride and groom on their wedding day.
Like, in our grandparents' time, it was more of like a business transaction almost.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will give you $1, and you will give me the corner store, 2 cows,
You'll give me
and
the
1 4 rupee.
Yeah, no, basically. And then, but in our parents' time, it was like 15-minute, like, elevator pitch on who you are, and then get married. And I think now in a way, it's more like arranged dating, because like I know you guys haven't seen the show. What is it called? The Indian matchmaking.
Mm-hmm.
But I that show
on Netflix, right?
Yeah. So
okay.
Yo, shout out Seema Auntie. But I think that show basically the synopsis is that there's this matchmaker and she goes around like giving like bio data to like younger generation kids like mid-20s, 30s, and then they like go on dates. They like set up like meetings, basically dates. And I think that's basically Dil Mill, but you're getting your parents involved. Like that's
yeah. No, for sure.
I think that's why I think it's an overhated concept, because it's like changed over time, and I think I'm fairly open to it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like maybe later.
It's more like you're putting your name in a spreadsheet and someone needs to fill in the rest of the box.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you kind of have help with that.
Yeah.
And I'm not opposed to it. I mean, like, I would love to like build a relationship rather than be given a relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
Building from there. But
Hey,
I mean, it's not.
Check your phone logger for me.
Check my phone.
I think
the verification code to me on a side note.
To receive payments from.
Okay, I think.
Oh, do you want to know the code?
Yeah, just send me the code and we can see your side note.
All right, cool. You guys.
Right.
That was kind of okay.
That was kind of out of the blue, but I mean, moving like I think the what was I gonna say?
The convenience of an arranged marriage, it's kind of like they set it up for you. So it's like
yeah.
Like when I'm on Tinder, like if I'm on Tinder, like I gotta figure out like who do I think wants the same type of future as me, and then try to swipe right. But like I have to try to figure out like who is the person here? Do I think I want to try something with them, like go or something? But like if I do it via like a hard matrimony, or if I do a fix, then they take care of all the difficulty with that, and I can like just focus straight on getting to know them rather than trying to figure out like that little purgatory, like do I want to go out with them and stuff like that.
And I think the more overarching like theme that people have to understand is no one's gonna have their perfect match. You have to a marriage in itself is a compromise. Even love marriages or like an arranged marriages, both they're inherently compromises. So you have to find the person. Yeah, you have to be compatible with the person, but you have to be willing to make sacrifices so that they can be comfortable too. You know?
Yeah.
I think that's one of the more important themes of that show and arranged marriages.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Overall, so what we're trying to get at is, yes, while there definitely is some like marriage fraud and stuff like that, like there are some instances of forced marriages, but nowadays, like forced marriages aren't like not forced marriages. I'm sorry.
Arranged. Forced marriages is a whole different
That's a
thing.
whole different story.
Please don't
That's
do,
illegal.
yeah, please do not do forced marriages. Arranged marriages nowadays are a lot different than what they used to be.
Right.
Shout out Mohar for texting me during the podcast.
I mean, okay. I think also one of the main things you see, like on like TikTok and stuff, when girls are asking like guys what they want in a girl, a lot of guys say that they prefer them to speak their first language. I think this is a great segue into the topic of like language in the Indian community. In India, there are over 19,000 languages and dialects. Think about that
Look
for a
that
second.
up.
Think about how diverse we are as a country. And then even like in South Asia, there are even more. If you
Like, between the four of us, how many different languages do we speak?
I got Hindi, I got Bhojpuri, we all got English. I speak a little Spanish.
No. Like, just out of Indian languages, how many?
I think
Okay,
so
Hindi
I
and
got
Sindhi for me.
Hindi and Bhojpuri for me.
So that's 3.
Tamil. I don't know if
4.
I can count Hindi.
Kannada,
4.
Kannada,
5.
Bengali.
6.
Yeah. And then
I can also speak a little Marathi. So
Yeah, a little bit of
and a
Marathi.
half.
And I fully understand Gujarati.
Yeah.
Shout out
Me
my
too.
ex.
I understand that. Shout out all my Patel friends for
Oh, that.
Facts.
And then I
Shout out.
understand Odia. I understand Odia. So
Okay.
So like
Odia?
six, like
Okay.
8.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so 8.
Mhm.
Speaking
Yeah.
in
Shout out my Shahs. Shout out my Patels. Shout out my.
Sa Patel Mehta GUJJU.
Shout out my Rajputs. Shout out my Punjabis.
Shout out my Kumarasamy, Ramasamy.
Shout out my Rajesh Rangatarama.
Shout out my Srinivasans.
But moving on. I think language is quite an important part of who we are, like as Desis.
Shout out my Wallas.
Oh my god.
I think it's a great thing that, like, if you can speak your language. I've seen a lot of kids here ashamed of like speaking, like they're called like fobs or ginders if you like speak in a language other than English, and I think that's fairly toxic. It's toxic, like even though people take it as a joke, I think it's a fairly like toxic statement calling someone like a fob if they speak Hindi.
Well, as a very judgmental, toxic brown boy, I think there's a limit to where you where you become a fob. You know, like I think the shout out to the person that's gonna know exactly who I'm talking about. When you're reenacting Bollywood scenes on your Instagram story, I think that's like when you can start being called a fob.
I mean, it's cringy. It's to the point of being cringy. That I think that's when people say fob or.
Do you remember when India still had TikTok?
Oh God, yes.
When you're making videos like that,
wait,
that's when I'll call you a fob.
You know they got it back though, right?
They got it back?
They did.
Yeah, they got it back.
When?
Oh.
Anyway.
I think I speak for all of us when I said it was probably a good thing that Indian TikTok was not a thing.
Yeah, I think.
No, I thoroughly enjoyed the ones where it was like the guy trying to get a girl and he like beats up the other guy and then walks away with the experience or whatever.
Those were funny. I like them.
Dude, those were like peak TikTok. Like before, all I got was like music rankings and Addison Rae shaking her ass. It was
Oh my god.
I need a bad bleep. Addison Rae, Lil Shawty the baddest. Okay, anyway. Okay.
So obviously that was really heartfelt.
Because I'm Addison Rae.
This episode was not sponsored by Addison Rae, but that being said, if you want to sponsor us, shout out Addison.
Shout out Addison Rae.
Shout out.
Anyway.
What's her real last name? Like Easterling? Something like that. I might be completely wrong.
That's off topic. That's off topic. Let's talk about what should be the national sport of India.
Hockey. Wait, what?
Look at him slapping his chest like a madman.
Okay, Mohar does this every time. He's prone to injury.
Oh, you
If
switched your
you're
jersey?
watching this on Spotify, Mahar just
Oh, you
slapped
switched your
his
jersey.
chest.
Yeah. So, cricket is by far a religion in
It's
India. Like,
really
Yes.
it's a way of life.
Like there was this one player, Sachin Tendulkar. Like when he got out in a game, fans have literally been known to hang themselves or
No,
jump.
he is not this one player. He is the
God,
one
he is
player.
not.
He is the player.
He's
Yeah.
the
The
player.
player.
Cricket has such a phenomenal effect on India.
Impact.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, I think Hassan Minhaj mentioned this, but like cricket is used to advertise everything.
Oh.
Everything. From
Everything.
I mean, like I've seen billboards for condoms in India.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's kind of ironic, considering that Indians don't use much birth control.
dude. And the funny thing is, like condom sales went up like 28% from that one ad where this guy
That's
literally
amazing.
hands someone a boner using it. I mean, hands someone
Oh, with the remote, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
use a boner to like hand someone a TV remote. It's
Oh
like
my
the
God.
stupidest thing ever. But
Imagine like, okay, Raj, today we're going to need you to focus. You have to move this with your cock. Like,
Bro. Oh my
but
God.
like,
shout out YouTube. This will probably not get monetized because of me.
we are getting. How haven't we gotten demonetized? Oh yeah, because we don't make money. Help us make money, please. Shout
Please
out.
help us make money.
Please.
4,000 hours of watch time, 1,000 subscribers. We can do it. I believe in you guys.
And we're gonna come out with merch soon, so you guys should stay tuned for that.
We need to stop being like so ADHD today. Not gonna lie.
No, going back to cricket, I think this is something Mahar really wanted to touch on. So I don't want us to forget about it.
I friggin' love cricket. So like, a lot.
What type of player are you, Mohar, mainly?
What do you mean?
Like, are you bowler? I know you're a bowler.
I'm a
So
fast bowler.
fast bowler.
Fast bowler.
Oh.
But like, what ends up happening is like cricket is probably one of the most central like unifying aspects about India. Like you'll see anywhere from like kids playing in a dumpster to kids at the top levels.
In a dumpster?
In a dumpster.
I don't know what you
Bro,
think
what?
of India, buddy, but it's
In a landfill, in a landfill.
No.
Like you'll see kids from a landfill. Like it combines all socioeconomic sectors of India.
yeah.
Probably
Okay.
like one of the
There
best
you go.
things India is for. And the saddest thing is when you look at like kids, like especially in America, and you just see like so many kids are ashamed of cricket. Like they're all like baseball, basketball, football, but like you don't even see them mention cricket. And that's like, it might seem small, but that's just another way that Indian culture is just like,
Suppressed.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you don't see huge things about it. Like you see food, and you see like you're missing a lot of stuff. Like
Yeah.
it adds up. I mean, what else do you guys think about cricket?
I mean,
Cricket.
Oh, I was gonna say, can I make like a hot take on cricket?
yeah, go ahead.
I think there's a whole like population that only enjoys cricket to spread their super nationalist beliefs.
Oh,
You know
100%.
what I mean?
Okay. I understand you.
100%.
Like
For
I
sure.
see that a lot.
like India versus England and India versus Pakistan will always be heated for more than just like
It's more than just
quality teams.
No,
Yeah.
not even India versus England anymore. Now it's just India.
India. It's just India versus
Pakistan.
Okay, yeah, India versus Pakistan. That, like, when I tell you, like, we like usually the games happen over here like 2 a.m. to like 7 a.m. Then there's the like the tea time, and then
Yep.
it goes on.
Stay up for it.
We stay up for it.
Yeah.
Like paint your faces, stay up for it. Like
I have,
getting ready to yell Sixer like in your condominium, like.
Bro, that never gets old.
like when we were in the apartment, like noise complaints type of thing.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Like but I mean, I think
on a rock through like a window before or something because I saw someone get out. I literally picked something up and just threw it at a window.
I don't
God.
think I'm that big of a cricket fan, but put the Patriots in that situation, bro.
Bro, oh my God.
When the Patriots,
You're still not off this, huh?
Bro, if Tom Brady gets injured, oh my.
Tom Brady doesn't play for the Patriots anymore. Bro.
Bro, before.
Oh right. No, dude, when the Patriots I think it was the Broncos. I made a bet with my dad that if the Patriots won, I would streak the neighborhood. And the Patriots won.
Your dad agreed to this bet?
And my dad won the bet.
Oh my god. Why did he agree to that bet? Was he that confident in the Broncos winning?
My dad just wanted to play. Like he's a bigger Patriots fan than I am. He was just like,
Yeah.
naughty, you're teasing me.
You naughty, you're teasing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I streaked.
Yeah.
It was cool though. No. But going back to cricket, I think in regards to like Sixers or whatever, like it's a very like you said, it's a really unifying thing. Cricket is very unifying. Whatever the reason may be at the end of it, for whoever it is, one thing Indians will never fight on is how much they support their Indian team.
But yep.
They'll disagree on who the captain should be, but at the end of the day,
Yeah.
India is.
Hey, bro, but shout out all my Pakistani homies too, because like
We're sorry, we don't have a good cricket team, but like.
the cricket team's pretty trash, but
Your biryani is good. Your biryani is good.
at least you have Babar Azam.
Babaz and Shaheen Shah.
Sarfraz?
And then, no, Sarfraz is an embarrassment.
Yeah.
No.
Shout out Mr. Amplifier.
Shout out Mr. Amplifier.
Ding, 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 ding.
Shout out
That is still the most baller song.
Okay.
The most.
Now
If
that you
you-
mentioned the amplifier, though, like that's a really good segue into our next topic.
the
Actually,
music. I think brown music is one of the most like now it's gaining so much traction even in the US. Like, okay, to be fair, we do get made fun of sometimes, like that ding a ding a ding a ding. Like, okay, yeah, we've all seen those TikToks of the white kids making fun of the Punjabi music. But
I mean, let's be real. Punjabi music is a banger.
yeah, no.
Dude.
Hey, yo, do you guys see that thing? Pop Smoke dancing to Indian music in the locker room. Yo,
Yeah.
oh my god, that just made my respect for him go like. Shout out Pop Smoke. Anyway.
I think Indian music is the best. And it's really for the reason that production is so amazing. It's so vague. Like you could have a song, like a religious song. Shout out Kanye, religious rap. You can have a religious song and then have a Badshaw feature. And it's like, what?
That's true. Oh,
Like-
okay, Jagadi. Okay.
Like no. You could totally have like a religious song and you're honey singer. Like where'd you come from? Where did you come from? Where did you come from? Like why is he snapping on this right now? Like,
he going hard on this Hanuman Chalisa, bro. Low key.
Well, like the fact of the matter is, like, Indians also have a ton of traditional music too, not just Bollywood. And like,
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's like with Indian dance, at least you see every single Indian. Like, no offense to any Indian girl, but I guarantee you've gone to at least one dance class.
Arya, Om, one of the Indian dance troops. I don't know.
Bharatanatyam.
I can't say that. My sister does Arya, so I can't say that.
No, but like at the end of the
Shout
day,
out brown girls.
hit me up.
Shout out my mom. My mom's a dance teacher.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, what I'm trying to get at is that Indian classical music. Like, you have two main types that you tend to see: Hindustani classical and Carnatic.
Mhm.
I think between the four of us, we cover both of those types. Like, Pram and I both take Indian, Hindustani classical, and then I
Shout out
also,
Parthoda and shout out Divyanti. We love you.
but
Are
like
you talking about singing or are you talking
Yeah,
about?
So we're talking
Okay.
about singing.
singing and tabla and harmonium for me. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like, it's probably also like a very important part of our culture. And let's be real, like, we're
Yeah.
do this stuff anywhere near like a talent show.
Oh my God. Like people
sure.
don't realize. Shout out my Southern brothers, Arangatrams. Shout out my Southern sisters, Arangatrams.
Our engagement.
Dancing, you're singing for like what?
Two
Okay,
hours.
in all respect, it is the most boring thing ever, but it is so beautiful. It's so like it's so impressive. Like I am so bored out of my mind at one of those, but it's like at the same time like
the physical
this bro's
stamina,
snapping right now.
They deserve hella respect.
like the physical stamina you need for that is
Amazing.
It's
But
crazy.
let's be real, unless I'm singing at that I'm falling asleep, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Unless you're the one doing it.
You're the one doing it. Yeah.
Unless I'm like
Yeah.
unless I'm singing, because I sing for some people's stuff, like that thing, like I do that stuff. and I've completely fallen asleep otherwise.
No,
Yeah.
for sure. Yo, you know how many I've been to just because my mom and my sister do like Indian classical bands? They do
Mhm.
ODC.
I'd say too many, but one is too many.
Way too many. I've been
Yeah.
to so many
Oh
places.
my God.
I think I've only been to like 4
Thank yourself.
tops.
No.
4 tops.
Really?
Yeah.
Also, I didn't know this. I didn't know that your mom was a photographer for for the events that my mom danced at. That's a really cool.
Wait,
Small-
what?
Wait, are
Yeah,
you serious?
Malhar's mom was the photographer for Malhar's mom took my mom's best pictures for dance.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's
Oh
pretty
my
crazy.
God.
No, because I literally tell her the prom's mom my mom's name, and she's like, "Oh, she's a photographer." I'm like,
Yeah.
I didn't even look at prom. Like, did you tell her?
No, you didn't even tell me that your mom was a photographer. That's crazy.
Shout out, shout out,
Wow.
shout out, shout out, Mama Lakshman.
That's fun. But yeah, I think that Indian music and Indian dance, I think all the Indian art forms are incredibly beautiful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it just gets erased. Like, it
Yeah.
can really like not think. Also, on a side note, we're on Spotify.
Let's go.
Hey, shout
Go,
out Spotify.
boys, we made it on Spotify. So
So if you're listening to us, unfortunately you don't get to see my beautiful face. Brown girls, I'm still here. Anyways. But
Mm,
hit me on Dillmill, hit me on Tinder.
okay, now why are you
Sure.
spamming the group chat with our link? That's
I don't know
20,
what you're talking
20
about.
messages, 20,
oh
21,
no.
21 times, buddy. Same link.
Bruh.
Anyways, we will be sure to put one of the 21 links in our description.
Oh, I put it in the other group chat.
Why not all 21?
Okay.
On that note, I think we're done for the
I
night.
think we're
I
done.
think that's everything we should talk about. Yeah.
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 I hope you guys enjoyed our first Brown Boy Thursday podcast
Brown
where we
Boy-
tackle brown topics on Thursdays. Let's try to make this a thing because it was pretty
Okay.
fun.
Yeah.
This is probably the most fun I've had talking about
Next
topics.
Thursday, we're probably gonna talk about like some other stuff. I mean, give us some recommendations.
Yeah.
We might be talking about
Drop them in the comments if you want.
we might be talking about the case system, like the caste system.
Oh,
yeah.
that could be such a
Oh,
dope
that's
topic.
an
good
interesting
topic. I
topic.
like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
We could definitely talk
Yeah.
about like rights, child rights, like
Mhm.
let's be
And
real.
tomorrow, stay tuned for the music podcast, just covering all the music that dropped.
Oh.
Well, what dropped so far? Logic dropped. What else?
I don't know if Ye dropped. I haven't checked yet. His
I don't
page
know
went
why.
down.
I don't know why
I
you
don't
would
know.
start off with Logic.
All right, let's wrap
Because
this
that's
up
been
so we
like the
can check out
most
some music real quick.
That's been like the most hyped one on Twitter. Let's be real.
On Twitter, yeah, because
More than Kanye?
More than
More than
Kanye. No way.
No, not more than Kanye.
Wait,
Dude,
did
that
you say
one's.
Kanye didn't drop though?
I have to check. Oh, shout out all the people that don't think I like Kanye. It's my wallpaper.
Wait. Okay. No, I don't think he dropped anything.
I don't think Kanye dropped.
No,
And his page did crash, but when I checked
Yeah.
it earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me check Taylor Swift dropped. Nobody streamed that. We don't like her. Cancel Taylor Swift 2020.
I don't know
Bro,
about
get
you.
us more
but I'm
streams than
feeling
Taylor Swift.
22.
Actually, I might check out the song with Bon Iver because everyone likes Bon Iver.
dude, not gonna lie.
Shout out Monster on Kanye's song. He did it better there. What are you calling it?
Yeah. But, I mean, on that note, I think
I think we
think we're
gotta
good.
wrap it up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
All right,
Peace out, people.
All right.
people.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Love you.
Outta here.
Like, subscribe. We'll put all the links to our social media here.
Mhm.
Also, we're gonna put the Spotify link. Share the Spotify link with your friends in case they can't watch this on a video. Since data, you now have a new version. We'll try to go up onto Apple Music. They take a
Mhm.
little longer to verify than other programs, but we'll do our
Yeah,
best.
And like, comment, and subscribe for more.
facts.
Don't forget to subscribe.